So I got a quick question for you guys, and that is, do skins for characters in this game actually matter to you? Like, be completely honest with me, on a scale 1 to 10, how bothered are you by skins? Let me know in the comments below. The reason I ask this is because I feel that a lot of people go on about it, but does it really matter that much? Like I said, leave your thoughts below. So, what is going on, guys? First of all, happy Christmas Eve or happy Christmas wherever you're watching this video or whenever you're watching this video. I hope everyone has a great one. So, today we got a new marketplace update with a rather interesting skin that has people, I guess you could probably say, skeptical to an extent, but then you have people that are really liking it. And on top of that, we have another mini update on some new Black Panther details again from our good friend Miller, which is leading people again to be a little bit skeptical and have doubts about a Black Panther DLC. And if you've been following the videos for the last couple of days, you know that we've had a ton of leaks from Miller, right? Or teasers, whatever you want to say. Miller is essentially what we can say is a god of our community at this moment in time. But drop a like, click the big red subscribe button below if you haven't already, and if entrepreneurship or how to make money online is your thing, check out the second channel I'm co-hosting on called Profited. Also, as always, check out our sponsors who are Instant Gaming for incredibly cheap prices on incredibly great and brand new games. Visit that link in the description below. So let's kick off this video with the marketplace update and the skin I posted in my community tab of Hulk in, well, either a wrestling suit or a basketball jersey, whatever you want to call it, alright, because technically we don't actually know what it is, right? But I know there are a ton of mixed feelings around this skin, which took me by surprise, I'm not gonna lie, but let's talk about this. Now, first of all, I hardly play as Hulk, but that said, this new suit for Hulk was definitely eye-catching for me personally. I don't know if it's just because it felt like something that's not a recolor, which I guess you would probably say any new skin that gets added into the game that isn't a recolor instantly catches my attention, but I know a lot of people feel like this is essentially a gimmick and that the devs aren't actually taking the skins as serious as they should be. But let me know how you feel about this below, because when I posted it in my community tab, we had people say like it looks, for example, like a highly detailed 3D model of a Space Jam character, or that Hulk is simply ready for a game of basketball. But like I said, I did think it was cool, and on top of that, there is a silver stealth suit for Miss Marvel, which on the bright side, quite a few people do like. At least for comments that I've seen on that, people are positive about that suit. So, going on to the second bit of information, and like I said at the start of the video, it comes from our good friend Miller, because he is back dropping some gems today on Christmas Eve with a Black Panther, as he was going through some old Twitch clips, and on a dev stream, which was, I mean, it's something I was completely unaware of, but they actually teased a Horde mode. Now, Miller says that there are a few missions in the pipeline with that objective, but, and this is where we go on to the Black Panther stuff, notably, the Wakanda raid has such an objective in one stage, and Claw has linked his machine to the Kimoyo network, and Shuri is attempting to gain access to it. While she does this, you have to defend the uplinks. If they are all destroyed, you basically wipe. So Claw is essentially working with AIM, right? That's, I mean, kind of like a no-brainer when it comes down to villains in this game, etc, etc. That's basically always the direction that it goes in. But someone made a valid comment that says the following, as you'll probably be able to see on screen. This sounds like the same recycled content, which is essentially just Jarvis hacking, but with higher stakes. I'm sorry, but I'm not hyped, especially since we are 3 months out. Now, Miller's response to this was that this is one phase of a very long mission, and like I said in another tweet, it's far enough away that it's subject to change. My point is bringing this up is only to show that this kind of objective is something that is actively being developed and implemented. granted. Now, this is where we can't say a whole bunch. However, I do think, like we've been mentioning in yesterday's video especially, right, because Paul Tassi done an article on Forbes. If you don't know who Paul Tassi is, you should be familiar by now, but long story short, just to give you guys, I guess, a recap on that, right? He done an article where he basically said Marvel's Avengers deserves a second chance, but ultimately how the game needs that one big moment. And there's a lot of looter shooter games that have this one big moment in terms of a DLC, but the thing is, it needs to be that big enough moment that draws players in, and that notably, I guess you could say, you'd maybe remember a game by that moment, if that makes sense. Like, if you were one day talking about Black Panther, for example, with your buddies, right, who are also into video games, you'll be like, oh, did you ever get a chance to play Marvel's Avengers? Fair enough, like, the game wasn't that great, but do you remember that Black Panther DLC? That was really good, right? And I mean, let's be honest, we know that Black Panther is really their opportunity to really bring this game back for the better, but I do still agree with the comment, and also taking into consideration that there is still quite some time for them to either change what they have more or less planned at this moment in time, or tweak things at least. And look, I think if it's going to be a situation where it's like stay in a circle, you know, protect like an object, or, you know, stick to an objective whilst you're in a circle, for example, and you're just battling waves and waves of the same aimbots, right? Can I just say, if it's going to be aimbots, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I can guarantee you, like, sure, we're still going to be really hyped up to play as Black Panther, but I don't want to be fighting aim robots as Black Panther. I just want brand new enemies, but I don't know what the chances of that are. And I'm always one that is very positive on the future of this game, and especially this Black Panther DLC, but I can't help but to think after seeing that comment that if they do go down that road, it's not going to end well for them with the Black Panther DLC. And, you know, this just basically opens up like a whole can of worms which we don't want to see get opened. So it's probably best, if they were considering that, maybe just have it as a standard in some missions. But look, if this is going to be a big enough expansion that we were all kind of expecting, they definitely need to make sure that we basically come across an objective like this as little as possible. But hey, leave your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about all this stuff? What do you think about claw being linked to aim, all that kind of stuff as well? Just leave your thoughts on this in the comments below, because hey, by Black Panther's DLC being released, I did actually think that, you know, aim were kind of meant to be done in some sort of perspective, because we've already been talking about new enemies, right, a new villain base, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of questions. But guys, that's gonna wrap up this video here. Subscribe for more awesome content, and I'll see you in the next one. But till then, as always, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and until the next one, adios amigos.